Well, hello, man cavers, and Happy New Year to you on New Year's Eve. You catch me mid-job. Now, several of you, one of you in particular, was most concerned about me cutting the full-length original axle we have on our Barford Atom, which sits over there. She has the full-length axle. It needs to be trimmed to go into the auto truck. If not, it just won't fit inside the turntable. Now then, this is the other axle, the one what originally come out of that auto truck which had the seized hub on it. I have had another go at trying to press this shaft out of this hub. It will not budge. My 12-ton press wouldn't do it. I took it down to my buddies who's got a 30-ton press. That wouldn't do it. It just started bending the end plate where it was pushing the whole centre out instead of pushing this out of the hub. It's damaged all around there a bit. That is C-solid onto there. Won't come off. So I sort of ripped this off because this hub C-solid as well. That's why I got the other auto truck. Remember I got two for parts. I took the axle off of that one and the hubs, which I got freed up, as you saw the hub video of getting these nasty horrible screws out. But this is the hub originally off that Atom, and I thought, do you know, this axle has already been cut because I had to cut it to get it off the machine. But this axle was another full length one which come out to about here. Well, we've got to trim about this much off it, and I actually cut it thinking this is going to be long enough for what we need. We can slide our hub on here, but this was seized, and I thought, no chance, that's going to be had up. Well, with the heat from Mr. Map Gas, half an hour of patience, a bucket of quenching water on New Year's Eve, I heated this up as hard as I could. Say, put it in the 30-ton press, not here, that was, still would not go. But do you know, I put a screwdriver on them screws, and look, all them screws, what I struggled with, came out. I didn't even heat the damn screws, I was heating around this side. But all the heat I got into it and the quench, these all just come undone. So, you'll be pleased to know, there you go. And our shaft, it's now free. So, we have a working hub, if that makes sense. Let's get him back in. There you go. Yeah, we have a working hub. So you know what I'm thinking now, don't you? Now we've got a working hub. Why don't we just grease this hub up, paint this hub, leave it on, use this axle on the Atom outside and keep that original full-size axle, just in case we ever want it. And hopefully, with a bit of luck, I think the gearbox is only about that wide. I think the gearbox will come about there. So we'll have a little spacer. I got a little spacer left here. I've got some spacers here. I've got a spare spacer here. I think we'll put him on here, up to the gearbox about so. Do you know, you can see the width of the gearbox there to there, look. Well, we can shift that all over. So that'll probably bring the gearbox to about here, which will leave us this much to put a hub on. Look at that. Do you like my measurements? There. See how much hub space we should have. Ha! You can see the sweat mark where the gearbox sits? So we've got to get that much and move it over there, which will take the gearbox mark to there. We'll probably want that much, and then our hub. Do you know, I think, with my finger measurements, I think with our finger measurements, we might just get away, because we want the wheels. as close to that atom as we can possibly get them. If not, that won't fit inside the turntable, because that's got big 12-inch wheels on it, you see. So it's got to go right close to the atom. And I'm thinking, with how much gap we've got on that one out there, we've got about 2 inches between the collar each side. So we'll want 2 inches on the collar, which will leave us about sort of yay much room for our hub to fit. And I think that hub will want. Admittedly, this hub is sticking out the right amount that end, so we could just move the whole axle over. Remember, I've got all these collars on the other one. So all we'd have to do is take one of our hubs off that one, use on there with our wheels. Look at that, we have a freed up hub. So, I just thought I would drop that little snippet in. Where's my pot? There it is. I thought I would drop that little snippet in on New Year's Eve. Mr. White Sapphire, yes, you're going to be happy because you were sweating because I was going to cut that full-size axle. To be 100% honest with you, I didn't want to cut that full-size axle because I don't like destroying something what's original. And this axle I had to cut to get off that machine, and the axle was on the original Barford Atom, the totally rotten one. That's obviously been cut both ends. That's just been cut off with a gas torch. But if we can get this axle, if that will work, and it's wide enough, we have saved that full-length axle. Anyhow, the weather is peeing down here, New Year's Eve, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So what we're going to do is, well, nothing really. This was just to show you what I've done. I didn't bother doing this on camera because I thought that was going to be like farting in the fog. I didn't think we was ever going to get it done. I thought, yeah, never free this off. But I got a dizzy 5 minutes. I'll have a little go at it. And I had a little go. These arms were totally solid, but once I started turning this with the adjustable spanner, that started to work its way out, and I took the whole thing out and freed all these fingers off. And no, there is no springs in these, because somebody said, is there springs in them? There isn't, look. There isn't on this one, and there wasn't on the other one, so I don't think that's likely that all broke off. And there is nowhere there, let's put the flash on, there's nowhere there to actually fit a spring. Do you see what I mean? There's no sort of holes or evidence of a spring used to be there. So no, I don't think these were spring loaded. I think they just dropped with gravity. But there we go. There is. See how they drop? Look. So, I mean, gravity's quite clever. I mean, they're dropping from sort of there, look. So you've always got 2 ratchets. One here and one. There's always 2 ratchets providing drive for you, look. There you go. That one's now taken over. And you got that one. Right, this one stopped working here. But we've got this one. So you've always got one ratchet working. There you go. See? There we go. So yeah, that's it for this video. It was a very quick video on New Year's Eve, just to show you what I'd managed to get done. Never ever thought that would come to bits. Ever. I thought that hub is going to be totally knackered. But with gas, plenty of rocket, I don't think I'd have done it without my rocket. Built one at WD-40, but I see this stuff on Swaffham auction the other week at a market stall selling it. And I thought, do you know, I ain't seen bloody rocket for 20 years. So I bought a tin and forgot just how damn good that is. You watch how it bubbles, look, when you put it on, look. See that? See how that bubbles and fizzes? It is really good stuff. There you go. Look how that's bubbling, look. See how that's done? That ain't hot, that's stone cold. But you see how that bubbles and sort of work its way in. Rocket is really good stuff. Really good. But there you go. I just wanted to show you guys what we've managed to accomplish. So it looks like we might be able to save that full width axle. So we'll leave this video here. Very, very happy new year to you. I did reply to quite a few comments last night. If I've missed your comment, it's probably because I didn't work down the list far enough. I start at the top, but I do get quite a few comments, and sometimes I miss them. I do read every single one, but sometimes I miss maybe replying to the odd one. I do apologise if I've missed your comment, but I do read every single one. I reply to some, Mrs. Mancave replied to others, but we normally reply if we can. Anyhow, Happy New Year, guys. Don't get too drunk. Warning you now, don't get too drunk. Just sit there, you know, have a Heineken, have a Corona, put Jules Holland's Hootenanny on, and just have a good night. Have a good night and watch the Hootenanny, and then switch over to BBC and watch the fireworks around that big wheel thing, and all them idiots in London cramming in there to try and watch something. No, I'll just watch it on the television. Right, very, very Happy New Year to you guys. Oh, hopefully my plan here will work and we can use this axle. But that's it for now. I will see you next year. Next year sounds such a long way away, done at the buggers tomorrow. Alright, I shall see you guys in the new year. Happy New Year to you. Bye bye for now. Ha ha! A freed up hub. Ha ha!